What is up, everybody? Drive by Andy here. Trying to quick make this video because I just got home, and it's going to be dark here in about half an hour. Next week we fall back an hour and it's going to be dark pretty much as soon as I get home and when I leave for work. So that's awesome. So quick trying to make this video. Also a quick first up note. The video I did previous to this is kind of like a dash cam road video. That is not new video. That is old video from the old trip. I've realized I have a ton of dash cam footage, and kind of a way for me to kind of relive the journey, especially since it's going to be dark here when I leave for work and when I get home from work. I'm going back through that footage and I'm going to try to make a little series about it. It might be very boring. It's pretty much going to be straight driving footage. Well, it is going to be straight driving footage. Parts of it will be sped up, but very, very little of it. So pretty much it's just going to be a raw driving video. Maybe people find it interesting. I don't expect a lot of people will. But I've got it all, and I've got nothing else to do at the time. So I'm going to try to get that together. My laptop's kind of freaking out on me and not letting me render those videos. Now that I've got a couple more trying to get made, hopefully I can work all that out. But anyways, that's just a quick note. The main reason for this video is this motorhome that I'm in. It's a 27-foot Class A, no slide outs or anything. It's a 2004 Workhorse chassis, but it's titled and registered as a 2005 Fiesta by Fleetwood. I've owned this motorhome since about 2017. July, I think, of 2017 is when I bought it. When I bought it, I did have the intention to hit the road again. I was coming up on the end of my lease at my apartment that I used to have, and I was going to jump into this and hit the road again. For whatever reason, just choices I made, that did not end up happening. I renewed my lease for another year, but once that lease expired the second time, I did move into this motorhome. But I just well, let me back up a little bit. I was going to hit the road again at that point, and I stayed here in the motorhome. I had this in a storage lot, just parked outside. It wasn't indoor storage or anything. And I knew the manager of the place. She was a friend of mine, so she let me stay there in the motorhome for about a week. But it became very apparent to me, one, I just didn't want to do that, and two, it wasn't going to work anyways. So I ended up driving this over to my parents' house, just kind of as like a, well, let me figure things out. Let me try to get things up and running a little bit better. And I ended up spending a year and a couple months in their driveway in this thing. Up until really I moved into, right now I'm sitting in my driveway at my house. I bought a house. I don't know what I said in my last video, my little update video. So I might be repeating myself, but I did buy a house here. I've got a fairly decent job, so I'm just kind of making money, and right now I'm trying to just build a foundation for what I want to do for the rest of my life. You know, it would have been great if I could have hopped in the motorhome and made tons of money on YouTube and all that, but it wasn't happening. And I spent a lot of time making those videos and editing those videos, and I was gaining some traction, some subscribers, but it just wasn't enough and fast enough or anything to continue going. So I had to make the decision to do what I did. So I don't know. I just wanted to give an update on this motorhome, because I don't think most of you haven't seen it. Maybe some of you on Instagram had at least seen some pictures of it. I actually cleaned this motorhome all out this summer, and I was trying to sell it, but I was pricing it a little high, trying to get the most out of it that I could at $20,000. I only had 2 couples even come look at it. I think the main issue for most people is that it's got decently high mileage compared to the rest of the motorhomes out there. It's got 142,000 miles. The previous owners drove this to Alaska every summer and back, and they also rented it out to friends and family, wherever they wanted to go. So I view that as a good thing. I view that as the motorhome was actually used. Things got broken, they got fixed. There wasn't rubber drying out. There wasn't parts rusting out. I would take this motorhome over one that's 20 years old and only has 15,000 miles on it any day, because that's just been sitting in somebody's yard and in their driveway. But that's a whole different story. Not a lot of people agree with that opinion, apparently. So, but yeah, this is my Class A motorhome, and I really wish it had sold this summer, but it didn't. So I took the listing down last week, and I guess it's mine for at least another winter. I have to winterize it because I filled the tanks and everything, water tanks and everything, to show that, hey, everything in this bad boy works. You know, it does need some new tires eventually, fairly quickly. It's gonna need some caulking on the roof sealed, which I'm hoping to do that this weekend, I think, if I can fit it into my weekend. And what else? That's really the main thing, is tires and re-caulking. The windshield is cracked, but I have a brand new one that would have come with the motorhome. I just have to put it on. I didn't want to waste all the time and energy putting a new windshield in there if it's just going to sit here again, because you never know. The road's 20 feet away, cars kicking up rocks and whatever, you know. That actually happened to my front window over there on my house. The big rock or something hit it, so there's a big hole over there now, but that's exciting. Anyways, so here's the motorhome. I think I'm just going to quick show you around on the inside and then show you around on the outside, and that's pretty much it. You know, I'm not here trying to sell you a motorhome or anything. I've pretty much at this point accepted that it's going to be mine again for a while, or still for a while. Honestly, even if you were interested in it, the whole long distance sales things freak me out, because that's a lot of time and energy and money invested by a buyer just to come look at something, and maybe they like it, maybe they don't. I don't like taking that risk, and I feel like that's a little bit of the buyer's risk if they want to search for motorhomes across the country. But I feel on a certain level that I'm responsible as well, or that it's my fault if they don't like it. So definitely not here trying to sell you a motorhome or even offering it up for sale. But yeah, let's take a tour on the inside, take a tour on the outside. Maybe I'll quick flash you a picture of the house. Probably not too much, but here we go. So, just a classic Class A. You got your big old front end up here. This awesome TV that's super old. Just your control panel there, water and everything. This does have a generator. Works great. Everything works, you know. I do have solar panels on this one that I've installed myself. I've got every light on in the place, so it's drawing down right now. But it's a fairly basic motorhome, and that's exactly what I wanted. But yeah, like I said, not a whole lot to see here on the inside. It's got everything you would expect it to have. Shower and sink and toilet. I cleaned everything up pretty nice. This vent's brand new because when I took it out to go try to get propane 2 weekends ago, because people were going to come and look at it, that just disintegrated apparently. The morning they were going to come, I was in here looking at things, And I looked up and the vent was completely gone. So I had to quick run out and try to find a vent. But for some reason, Walmart doesn't carry those vents anymore. So I did get lucky. Menards had one hidden way up in their like upstairs warehouse area that I found. But that's my house, obviously. Old farmhouse style. Anyways, here's the motorhome. Just a little 27 footer. Got a nice big bay back over here. I got nosy neighbors, so I don't want to talk too loud. One of the best parts of this house, though, is this big, giant wooded backyard that I have, and I am in town here. So I've got a Nomadic Fanatic inflatable hot tub in there, and then yeah, just this big area back here. We've had fires back here every Friday, pretty much all spring and summer long. Chopped a bunch of wood. There's a big dead tree here. This big dead tree was right here. It fell down in the wind last week. And there was a tree laying there when I bought the place that I cut up. My property goes all the way to that garage over there. And then over to this side house here. And then this big tree fell down earlier this year, but it fell down onto the road, down this steep embankment, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, or if I can even do anything with it. But I've just been having fun, sawing wood, chopping wood, having fires, enjoying life, you know? Like I said, I'm just trying to build a new foundation for my next plans that I've got going on in my life. And I think motorhomes will be included in that plan, but for right now it's kind of on hold. So yeah, I like it. I like this property a lot. The house is an older house. It was built in 1876, so it does have some wavy floors and some issues, and I got to fix a little bit of the foundation, but it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, that's the big update, and I really just wanted to show you guys that motorhome because I don't know why. I just felt like it was a big update that I never let you guys know about. But I also felt like there wasn't a whole lot to update you guys on because I was just living in my parents' driveway, you know. I wasn't actually doing anything with it. But yeah, that's my update, guys. Thanks for watching.